Hey guys, it's Ryan with AIinsidertips.com. In this video, I'm going to be covering GBTs and also show you how to create a basic GBT using a step-by-step tutorial here. Now, I must say, you must be a member of ChatGPT Plus or an enterprise user in order to access the GBTs and all the other new features that OpenAI announced in their dev day this week. So if you're unfamiliar with GBTs, OpenAI has a whole section here describing what GBTs are. And like they say right here, they are essentially custom versions of ChatGPT that combine instructions, extra knowledge, and any combination of skills. So you can create a custom GBT agent, or AI agent as I like to call it, that is specified in one area. So whether that's a creative writing coach, game time, tech advisor, the negotiator, mathematician, a graphic designer, a copywriter, a web designer, there are just dozens and dozens of different use cases that you can use for GBTs. And in my opinion, I do believe that GBTs have been the missing puzzle piece to AI systems and workflows that many entrepreneurs and small business owners like myself struggle with AI sometimes. So going back to GBTs, all you would need to do, again, you need to be a member of ChatGPT Plus, is you would click Explore. And then once you click Explore, you can scroll down here and you'll first see that OpenAI has already created a bunch of custom GBTs that you can just start using. You don't have to create your own. So I think some notable ones to point out here would be a tech support advisor. I think that could be useful. The negotiator could be extremely useful. DALL-E, obviously we know about DALL-E, OpenAI's AI image generator, and just some other ones here too that you can check out. You'll see here I've already created a GBT called a thumbnail generator. So obviously as a YouTuber, I need a streamlined process to create YouTube thumbnails more efficiently. So that's the purpose of why I created that GBT. I've also used the GBT here by Marie Haynes Consulting. This is for an SEO GBT use case. So Google Search Console keyword ranking changes scatter plot is what this is called. So just useful from an SEO perspective. So guys, to create a GBT, all you need to do under My GBTs is click Create a GBT. Once you do that, you get directed to the GBT builder. Now up top in the upper left here, it's going to say draft. Clearly I'm in a draft here as I haven't published this. I just started. And then on the top right, you'll see an option for save. So as you go along, you can save changes and updates. That way, if you want to come back eventually to update your GBT, you can do so. Also, two options here that say create and configure. Configure has a lot more sophisticated settings tied to it, and I'm going to get into this after I go through the create option. So what I like about OpenAI and ChatGPT, as they introduce GBTs, is they make it very easy to get started. So if you don't even know what to say or get started, which is what I ran into when I tried to make my first GBT, they prompt you right here. They say you can say something like make a creative who helps generate visuals or make a software engineer who helps format my code. So really, guys, there are thousands of different use cases that you can use these GBTs for. Now, for the purposes of this example, one thing that I typically need in my business is content creation, consistent content creation in my niche. So I went ahead and prepared for this video, and I had a prompt that I'm going to give this GBT, and I'm very curious to see what's going to happen. So I said, make a social media content creator who writes engaging posts. The content should be for anyone interested in personal growth, entrepreneurship, and achieving success in various aspects of life. Optimize the post for audiences on Twitter and LinkedIn using a maximum of 280 characters. Use a serious writing tone. So then I'm going to hit enter once I give the GBT my first prompt, and then you will see something that looks like this, where it says updating GBT. Now, depending on how stacked your prompt is, this will take longer. So guys, I'm going to skip ahead and wait till this updating GBT message is complete. All right, so the first thing I get back is it says, how about naming this GBT Content Creator Pro? Does that sound good to you, or do you have another name in mind? And guys, you can name your GBTs whatever you want, but just to speed up this process, I'm going to say, yes, that name sounds great. And then I'm going to come back to the GBT builder, and the GBT builder is going to process that prompt, knowing that I want that name now. And then it's going to come back and say something like, what are some other instructions? And it's going to generate me a profile picture, it looks like first. So I'm going to wait a little bit and then come back once the profile picture is generated. All right, so it generated me a profile picture for Content Creator Pro, and it used DALL-E 3 to do this, which is really cool. So I didn't have to update a logo or do anything. Now, if you want to update your own custom logo, you can do that. But you'll notice on the right under Preview, the logo is now here, and the name is also updated to Content Creator Pro, right? It's engaging social media posts on personal growth and success. Now, I like where this is going already. And then I'm going to say, picture looks great. So then once the GBT builder is processing that I like the image, now it's going to say, let's refine the context of Content Creator Pro. To start, could you tell me more about what specific types of content you would like this GBT to focus on? For example, should it create content more on entrepreneur strategies, motivational insights, or personal growth tips? This will help in tailoring its responses more accurately. Now, this is where it gets really interesting, guys. So what I did also in preparation for this video is Alex Hormozi. So Alex Hormozi is a very popular, figure in entrepreneurship. He owns acquisition.com and all sorts of things he's been on. He produces content at scale, some very engaging content, and I really like his content. So what I did was I went and analyzed his Twitter account for some of his more popular tweets and quotes. And in a separate GBT chat, I opened it up and I said, provide me in a table format 25 quotes from Alex Hormozi. So it went ahead and did that. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to simply copy and paste this table here. And then I'm going to come back to my GBT builder. And then I'm going to say something like, use this table as a reference for the type of content I'd like you to create. And then I'm going to paste the table here, and it's in a numbered list as I pasted it. But I'm going to hit enter, and now I'm curious to see what the GBT builder can do with this content from Alex Hormozi. So I'm going to skip ahead after the updating GBT message is complete. All right, so after it processed my prompt on the Alex Hormozi tweets, it now says, let's think about Content Creator Pro should interact with users. Considering its role, how would you like it to respond if a user asks for advice or personal opinions on topics related to entrepreneurship or personal growth? Or should it stick strictly to providing quotes and insights and also offer general advice based on common knowledge? So guys, I'm not really going to worry about, replying to, users and other followers on social media. So I'm just going to say, for now, let's stick to providing quotes and insights. And that way we can make this easy, as this tutorial is for beginners on how to create GBTs. So I'm not going to get too sophisticated in the type of GBT that I'm going to build. So again, it's going to say updating GBT. Every time you give it a prompt that prompts the GBT more and more, it's going to say updating GBT as it processes that prompt and comes back with a response here. So it says, how do you want Content Creator Pro to handle the situations where it's asked a question if it doesn't have enough information to answer? Should it ask for more details or try its best to provide an answer based on the context of entrepreneurship? So again, it's asking for that feedback. So again, I'm just going to say, you should try your best to provide an answer based on the context of personal growth and entrepreneurship. And I'm going to hit enter again, and it should come back and say updating GBT. So I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead after it's done updating the GBT again. All right, so now ChatGPT is coming back and saying, let's add a bit of personality to Content Creator Pro. Would you like it to come across as more formal, professional, or a bit more relaxed and approachable? So I said, probably more relaxed and approachable. And now it says the Content Creator Pro is officially set up. Why don't you give it a test on the playground to the right? So this preview option here would technically be the playground, as it's called. If you have any refinements or adjustments, let me know and I'll make changes right away. What else would you like to add? So guys, let's, mess around with the playground now on the right. And I want to say, create me a LinkedIn post. If I can type here, about embracing change with AI. And I'm going to hit enter. And now let's see what it comes up with. So it says, embracing change isn't about adapting, it's about leading. AI's transformative power allows unparalleled opportunities for growth and innovation in business. Leverage AI to refine what's possible and stay ahead in the ever-evolving corporate landscape. Then it even provides hashtags, which I think is pretty cool. But that's awesome, guys. You know, eventually, this is, again, more sophisticated, but where I want this to go in the future is I want to say, looks great. Can you create an engaging graphic based on that post? And where I want this to go is I want it to eventually use DALL-E 3 to then take these posts for LinkedIn and Twitter and then create graphics. So I'll skip ahead as it's creating the images here, and I'm curious to see what it's going to come up with. All right, so as you'll see here, not bad. It actually spelled everything correctly. It says embracing change with AI. So what I could do, guys, is I could actually just download this image and then copy and paste this post, and that's a post right there for LinkedIn or Twitter or whatever you want to share this on. Sometimes the DALL-E 3 images, you know, when there's a lot of text involved, isn't great as it misspells things a lot right now as it's still in beta mode. But regardless, that's where I want this to go, is I want this to use DALL-E 3 to, you know, use these inputs on the post for LinkedIn and Twitter, and then use DALL-E 3 to generate engaging graphics. Because, you know, typical best practice on social media when you have graphics tend to get more engagement than just straight text. So now, guys, what I'm going to do, this create portion here is done after testing on the playground. I could add more things down here in the GBT builder, but now I'm going to go ahead and click configure. So once I click configure, you'll see all these options here. It says name, Content Creator Pro. You can change this to whatever you want. So if I want to say Ryan's Content Creator Pro, I can do that. And then the description, creates insightful social media posts with a professional, approachable tone. Okay, I like that. I'll leave that. And here's the important part, is these instructions. So it says, Content Creator Pro specializes in generating social media content centered on Alex Hormozi's quotes, focusing on themes of personal growth and entrepreneurship. Tailored for Twitter and LinkedIn, 280 characters, blah, blah, blah. You can read the rest of it if you want. But guys, make sure what these instructions say are exactly what you want to a T, because this is what the GBT is basing everything off of, are these instructions. So the more details you can provide in this instructions field, the better, you know, content and outputs your GBT will produce. What's also cool here is some conversation starters. So, you know, on the preview side, if I come back, I don't know if it's going to show me here, but it had conversation starters. So, you know, when you open up a new ChatGPT chat, I'll do that right here. You'll see these conversation starters right here. So explain superconductors, compare design principles, give me ideas, you know, yada, yada, whatever you want this to say. So you can tailor this in your GBT. So right here it says create a Twitter post about self-improvement, write a LinkedIn post for business growth, craft a LinkedIn update about embracing change, generate a tweet on maintaining work-life balance. I actually like all four of those. Now, if you want to edit and change something to whatever you want, you can do that. Just a cool feature here. Now, another cool feature here, guys, is file. So this knowledge here. So if I wanted to update a PDF, or excuse me, upload a PDF, upload an image, upload an Excel spreadsheet, I can do that here. And eventually what I will do in a more, you know, advanced tutorial is I will show you how to scrape, you know, a Twitter account or scrape someone's social media account, put that into a Google Sheet, and then you can upload this, you know, via CSV file or whatever the file format is. And then ChatGPT can use that as its knowledge base instead of just pure text outputs like I did in the basic builder here. So you can get very sophisticated with this. Capabilities, I would leave on both web browsing and DALL-E image generation. Now, if you're going to create a GBT that has anything to do with backend development or code, I would check this box as well. You can also add actions. This is where it gets very sophisticated with adding OpenAI schema. I'm not really too familiar. I'm not a developer. I'm not too familiar with how this works, to be honest with you. You can add authentication. You can add your website's privacy policy here. But there's just so much that you can do. And this is only going to get more sophisticated as time goes on, as OpenAI is just going to keep allowing us to add all these different inputs in these GBTs. But guys, for the purposes of this example, I'm just going to leave this as is for both configure and create. And on the upper right, I'm going to click save. And you have some options here. So you can save only me. You can save only people with a link. So if I want to share this to my friends or my following on LinkedIn or whatever other social media, I can do that. Or I can make this public. So whenever the GBT store launches at some point in November, I can make this public and available on the GBT store. For now, I'm just going to do only people with a link, as I will leave a link to this GBT in the video description below if you guys want to check it out or make any tweaks to it. So I'm going to go ahead and click confirm once this is done. And what this should do is just simply take a couple seconds here, and here we go. So my Content Creator Pro GBT is now created. And the cool part is, guys, on the upper left, what you'll see is not only the default ChatGPT option here, but you'll see your GBTs as well. So if I come back to Explore, my YouTube thumbnail generator was right here, and now my Content Creator Pro is right here too. And if you ever want to come back and alter the instructions or alter the details, you can click Edit here. And then you can also click this. You can delete your GBT if you want to do that. You can click Configure, and you can always edit and update your GBT as time goes on. If you think of anything you'd like to add, you can always upload files too. And I'm sure OpenAI will make more capabilities to these GBTs as time goes on. But that's it, guys. That is how you create a GBT inside ChatGPT using the GBT Builder. Again, this is Ryan with AI Insider Tips. Appreciate you all watching this video. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Make sure to leave me a comment below on if there's any GBTs you want me to create or GBTs that you've seen that would be cool for my audience. I appreciate you all watching this video, and I can't wait to make more AI content like this in the near future.